caught in a trap, called the brick rap. And all I got was one lousy brick. So I can do the brick rap. Oh, here comes another brick falling out of the brick sky. Oh, whenever you're ready. I'm waiting for you to do the question, so I
guess
know,
we'll just say, hey guys, this is the first ever podcast from the Soul Studios here in downtown Clinton, Iowa. Today I'm here with Alan Eberly. He's a musician, local artist, likes to come in here and record music, and he wanted to do a podcast, so this is the first one we're going to do, so if it goes poorly, it's his fault.
Thanks a lot. Jeez, the pressure is on.
So as I already said, name's Alan, but can you tell us full name?
Alan Wayne Eberly. In art, I'm shock and all, but I'm not known art rapping or just art in general and everything. I'm kind of like a outsider artist in a lot of different versions and everything. I mean, I do presidential impersonations, I do rap, I do 3D painting, I do 3D poems. Explain a little bit what that is. When people highlight stuff, I highlight it in different colors and everything, and they're usually intense colors, and then I put intense font over it. But I have different, the fonts are usually same color, but I have different highlights and everything in different colors. So, and the poem's on top of that, so you can read it and look at glasses in 3D. I hope that made sense. It's a mouthful, but essentially 3D poems. Think of it as art, like maybe a painting, and words on top of that painting. That might be a better way. I think that's a little more clear.
You'll have to bring some of those in sometime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't have my computer today, but
I was talking to Jordan earlier. Jordan's one of the co-owners of the Soul, along with myself and her father. And I was saying I wish I would have taken some pictures of the 3D art so that I could put them, show some flashes of them during this podcast. So I might have to get some pictures from you so I can add those to this video.
Okay, like paintings or poems or
both of them if you want to. I could try to put.
I can do that. I can't remember which one I had in here. I think it was a bird one.
Yeah.
I did like a bird 3D painting with a collage.
Yep.
And I think I had a space painting in here.
There was.
I don't remember which one. And then I might. I don't know what else I had in there, but
yeah, the big giant one.
Yeah, that would have been the space one because I still have 3 of them.
And then there was one that was like he looked like maybe that was a space one. He was like a spaceman. Maybe that was the one that I'm thinking of. But you had 2 other ones. I know you had the bird, and then you had a different one too.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was right offhand. I've done a lot of art. I've done like 160 paintings, but I don't want to digress too much. That's just kind of a rough view, but actually we're here to discuss the rap. But that's okay. I'm kind of multifaceted. It's kind of, I don't usually get away from that. I'm pretty open as far as the arts go.
I know you said some of your art is in storage up in Washington?
Well, I have someone that's promoting me, but and it's like he's close to Seattle. I forget what the name of the place is now and everything. He has a lot of paintings, probably about 31 or 32.
Wow.
So.
Are you from that Seattle area, or are you from Clinton?
No, I'm from Clinton. So,
are you?
Yeah, born and raised here, so.
Yep. And you were born in 1960?
Yep, I'm a Kennedy baby.
Yeah.
So to speak.
What's your birthday?
July 26, 60.
July 26th.
So,
yeah.
Well, actually 1860, so
yeah.
I'm a lot farther along than 64.
Yeah. Yep.
But I always say that and it throws people off. See if they're listening.
What made you end up in Seattle area?
Oh, I wasn't really in the Seattle area. I knew someone in the Seattle area, and he took some paintings there. But I haven't heard, and it's kind of hard to have any results because some of the galleries are closing. So
yeah.
But
did you actually go out there yourself, or they came?
No, he came and he brought them out there. So.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, that's cool. Wait, what was the name of that? The gallery? You say you don't remember the name of that?
Oh, it's let me think here a minute. Rob McCauley, I think it is. So I'm terrible with names.
Yeah.
So I might not quite have that right, but oh.
All right. So you're artist. You do the 3D art. You do 3D poems, and then the main reason that brought you into the soul was to do some rap. You heard that we had the recording studio, and so then you came in.
Right.
The beginning of this video, I played a little snippet of one of your tracks there, and
Okay.
I'll put some more in there at the end too.
I'm a wild and crazy guy.
Yep. So
so to speak.
the first one you did was brick rap, and
Right.
and it was completely unexpected. I was thinking that you were going to come in here and wasn't really sure what to expect. I was like, this guy, born in 1860, wants to come in here and do some raps.
No one knew what rap was in Civil War, It's just like
Yeah.
they played it for the troops, so I don't know. What can I say?
Yeah. So I
it won their battle,
Yeah. Yep, just a drummer boy, and then somebody with a bugle getting
How
a
would
sick
anyone
melody.
ever know?
Yeah. So what made you want to start rapping in the first place?
Well, I was talking to a guy, I don't know if he'd care if I use his name, but I was talking to this guy and everything, and he was rapping, and he wanted me to know how I liked this rap, and I said it's a little flat. I'm more into the 60s Motown and all that, Diana Ross, whatever, and he was having a bad day, and that made his day worse, and he said, well, it's the same thing art's been talking about for 1,000 years, and then I thought, I never really I like the lyrics of rap, but I never exactly could get into beat, so to speak, or all the music. But it's like, oh, that's okay, it gets their message out there. But and then something clicked and everything when he didn't like the rap or didn't like my comment, I should say rather.
Yeah.
I thought, wait a minute, I'm a 3D poet, a 3D artist. I paint, and I do presidential impersonations, and all this stuff, and something just clicked. I started listening to rap that I've always heard, and just kind of pushed aside and thought, well, I like this, and I like Rap God with Eminem, and I like Tupac, who I think was a great storyteller. I think he's in the Library of Congress, and I mean, he's just great. I heard the one about this kid that got incensed with the family, and she threw the baby in a dumpster, and then the baby started to cry, and she had to go back and pick it up. And I mean, he's just such a good storyteller. So I'm thinking, what just happened? I'm morphing like a butterfly. It's like I guess I need to remember not to get too deep to look at you, but I'm so used to talking without the camera now. I get kind of adjust to that, but
Yep. Look at the camera, look at the floor, look at me. It don't matter.
Yeah. Oh well. I just presentation out there.
Yeah.
But probably just look at the camera probably or whatever.
Yeah, it's the first
some
one.
of this will be edited out, right? Not
Yeah.
gonna talk about this, but
probably not. I'll probably just let the whole thing roll through.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh my God. The bloopers version. Well, we're gonna charge more for the non-blooper version.
Yep.
Or about the same?
Nah, this will all be unless I upload it to Spotify and then people subscribe. But we don't even have any other podcasts.
I don't know. Spotify would probably be good. See, I've never done Spotify. I've never uploaded stuff, but
yep, I never have either.
But
only ever
Spotify and YouTube, and I don't know what else is out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd probably be good to do that. But
I think there's podcasts on Amazon too now.
Oh really?
I think so.
Yeah, they probably got so many of them. It's like there's so many apps out there and everything. I mean, if you added up all the apps, you could probably do maybe possible to do a collage with them or something. Just all the apps of all the icons.
Yeah.
Someone's probably already done that. You can get Pinterest and
sure.
Go down to Facebook and just all these icons and just put them on a wall and everything.
Yep.
Just an idea. Someone might have already thought of it, but
there's a lot.
But if not, it's I got enough ideas. I'll just let that one out there in ether.
Well, I know with like cable and stuff, they said everybody started using streaming services and cut the cable, and done with cable. But now they just bundle the exact same channels that were into cable, and they charge like $80 a month for certain channels, anyways, with like Hulu TV or YouTube TV. More expensive than what cable used to be. But anyways, so where would you say you get the most inspiration for your music?
Oh, jeez. I started, just kind of, I wasn't really big on rap, I don't really think I was inspired by it, but I think what happened is I'm a poet and everything, and I just wrote the poetry and everything,
Yeah.
and I just kind of screamed it out and shouted it out, reading the poetry and everything. And so there's another person that did the same thing, and then someone, I'm not going to give names because I don't know if they, of course, then again, they might want their name because it's good PR, but let them kind of ask me or get their permission.
Somebody local
But
here too?
yeah, he used to be at the View and everything, or actually at the living room. That was before the View. It's an outlet and everything where open mic people can sing or they can literally do anything. I was showing my paintings there at the basement, or not the basement, the living room and everything. And the guy said, "Well, you should rap to that or sing to that and everything." And I think that's where it started, and I kind of did.
Was that
It,
was
it
that the brick rap?
it took a while to get to the brick rap. I think pretty much after I talked to that guy about, oh, it's okay, I'm Motown and everything, something just clicked then, I think. It, so I'm not actually sure what happened, someone advised me, you should sing to the lyrics, not just treat it as poetry. And maybe it just all came together at that point, and I thought, well,
Yep.
maybe I'll just rap, and I started writing stuff,
It's
and it's
definitely
like,
unique.
I write a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I wrote so much it's going to take like artificial intelligence just to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because I certainly can't. I mean, there's that much, and I'm not the only artist. I'm sure a lot of artists out there. It's like I write it, and usually I don't read it again unless it's something I rap to. Then I'll listen to it. But other than that, I don't look back. I'm just looking forward. It's like I don't have time to look back. All I can do is push forward. And
Yeah.
as my art instructor said a long time ago, all you can do is hang on and see where it takes you.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. He kind of referred me as a machine. I mean, it just comes out. I lately I got writing dry spells by going
Yeah.
to school, but usually I don't have that. It's
Writer's
just a
block
nonstop
is
thing.
not
It's
fun.
just so. Oh,
Um.
dry spells aren't.
Yeah.
Oh, really? God.
Yeah. It's
I kind of
terrible.
pray for a dry spell. Let me get off the
Yeah.
carousel. But
Nope.
just kind of. But yeah, a lot of people have that. And it's like, oh, what's that like?
Yeah.
I can
One.
laugh, and you're just like,
No.
ah.
One of my friends,
But
he'll get on a writing streak and he'll just be producing and producing
right,
and then it's
right,
just done. But then he
yeah.
realized I could just be superstition or
Hmm.
he thinks the moon cycles affect how
Oh,
much he
really?
writes. He thinks when there's like a
Huh.
waning moon or a waxing moon, it seems
Hmm.
to bring
Huh.
out the creativity in him, and he just writes like
Huh.
many songs, and then all of a sudden it's like months again before
Right,
he
right.
can't think of anything to write.
Oh, I never have the months thing except when I go in school because I'm distracted. But
What do you
God,
go to school
if
for?
oh, I don't mean to interrupt,
No,
but
you're all right.
just one other point and everything. The waxing moon and all that. What's he doing? Like, what is it? Shooting stars and stuff happen? Does he get more?
Nah, not that he might.
I'm
Not
only kidding,
not that
but
he's ever mentioned, but it's quite
but
possibly.
yeah. I wonder what it is during with the moon and everything,
I
like
don't
the
know.
werewolf curse, and there's more violence during the full moon, but I don't think they've proven that there actually is.
I don't know. I know
But
when there's a full moon coming, I know police stations over prepare
yeah,
because they're planning
hmm,
on it getting crazy in those nights.
hmm,
So, and I'm
yeah,
not sure. I know more babies are born with the full moon, but I think that's due
yeah,
to the gravitational pull,
yeah,
pushing the babies down.
yeah.
And but
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty weird.
Oh, your question you were gonna ask?
Huh?
You were gonna ask another question a
What
while
question?
ago. Well, you're gonna say something and everything before got talking about the full moon and people writing
Oh, I was just
prolifically.
asking you what you went to school for.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna try for associate arts and everything. I'm taking like a history course now and an art course and everything. The teacher let the students design their own test and put it into groups and the question, the answer, and everything. It's like, God, I never had a teacher that said students create the test.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It's like she was doing a little social experiment. And it seems to be working out pretty well. But it's like I talk to them, you ever had a teacher that?
Yeah.
And they haven't, any more than I have.
That's
So,
pretty
but
creative. It makes you really think about the subject and about all the material, and then when you're writing the test yourself, then you're gonna be studying it a lot more too. So
yeah, yeah,
that's
that's the
pretty
thing. Yeah,
creative.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
like that.
so it's yeah. You have to tell me when it's all done. You're gonna put the brick birds, and I don't know what else you put there, but I'll
Yeah,
just kind of let you decide what your favorite
yeah.
ones are.
I'll probably put one in the intro and then
Yeah.
one in the outro, and I don't know what kind of ambient sound we're gonna be getting here. So I don't know if I'll have to have a
Okay.
background track in it or not, but I
Yeah.
guess we'll see.
Yeah.
So about school, do you have a degree already? Did you ever go back
No,
in the
no,
day?
I don't have any degrees. Maybe the degree of life, or
Yeah,
some people say the school of hard knocks.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't feel like I've been knocked, but
yeah.
knocked around or whatever.
So you went to grew up here in Clinton. You went to
Yep.
school in Clinton, and then
Oh yeah, yeah.
what'd you do after that? You just go into the workforce. You start doing.
No, I'm on disability, but it gets me time to essentially an artist.
Yeah,
I'm pretty like freelance and everything. So I mean, I've done everything from 911, but a lot of stuff, unfortunately, I gave away. But
yeah.
because I had like some crackheads above me in the studio, or I should say, meth cookers, and I really didn't want everything to go up in a conflagration, so I donated them to the Salvation Army. But I
Huh.
have photos of everything. I
Oh
have
yeah.
photos of 911, and
Hmm.
it's it'd be a massive undertaking to put that all together photographically.
Yeah.
It's not a one person thing. I got the photos, and some are better than others, but it'd really be a challenge. It's really like you almost have to have your bureaucracy or artificial intelligence or something to put together, because it'd be massive. Everything I do is massive. It's not a one person thing.
Yeah.
One person created, but then you
Yeah.
got to archive, and there's a lot of things that one person just can't do it all.
Hmm.
But so I'm prolific. Dr. Isaac Asimov was too. He wrote, God, I don't know how many books. Remember the number? How many books he wrote?
I don't
He
even
had
know
the
who that
three.
is.
Oh, he was a scientist. He came up with the three laws of robotics. Uh, let's see, must not allow his master to come to harm or harm him, something like that. And then the third law is both of them not to conflict with each other,
Yeah.
something like that.
Huh.
He, but or Carl Sagan, maybe you heard of Carl
Oh yeah.
Sagan, but
Yep.
and then they got another one that does the Cosmos series, but I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Is that
But
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's it. It's he's pretty good, but
Yep.
Sagan, I watched all them, but I don't want to digress too much. We're
Yeah.
not here talking about astronomy, but so I don't know. Any other questions or?
Um. So you said you donated a lot of the artwork that you had created. You gave it to like the Salvation Army.
Yeah, I'm still thinking of maybe giving it to needy causes, because I have to get out there any way I can. If I can raise money. So I'm toying with that. Maybe MD, or they could auction it off. I mean,
Yeah. I wonder how many
it's
people here in Clinton have your artwork hanging up in their house
oh
right now.
well, Mary Wolf has one. I don't know where she's hung it. Uh, a graphic arts teacher has one. He has Chaplin. I did a self portrait of Mary Wolf. Peppermint art instructor has some and everything. He's got like composition one, and I think my sister has metallic fantasy. Let's see who else. My old art agent has Abraham Lincoln Ghost Splintles and Splintle Duck, and people have my paintings and everything. I can't think of any more, but
Yeah.
they're out there and everything. So
I
yeah,
think
I
we.
did two Chaplin paintings. So
Hmm.
and they're both Modern Times one, the movie.
Oh yeah.
If anyone's familiar with watching that, it's a classic movie if you like history and kind of like technology. It really speaks heavily to technology, not just back when it's done in the 30s, because it's a silent movie done in the talkie era, which is like you just didn't do that, but it cleaned up at the box office, and a lot of the things they're talking about there back in that time, made in the 30s somewhere, can still apply today. People fearing technology, and so it's still relevant. It's an old movie, but it's as relevant now is what it was then.
That sounds like
So
1984 by Orwell.
Oh God, jeez, don't scare me. But
yeah, there's some of that, and just like pretty much anything written by Philip K. Dick, that stuff's all.
I'm not familiar with him, but
he did Total Recall. He's the one who wrote Total Recall, and Minority
There was
Report.
a movie on that, but I haven't seen the movie. Was it Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, and they did a remake of it too with.
I probably should say it is. What is the basic premise of that movie?
It's
compared to Matrix or whatever.
So it's in the future. Everything of his was futuristic, and they can implant memories.
Oh.
So it's like if you have a super boring life, you've never been anywhere, well, you can go to Recall, and they will implant memories into your brain, and then you have the experience of like going to Mars, and then you have like it's like you went on vacation to Mars, but you never left your living room. So. But then it seems like you never really know. Well, I don't know. People it may have been resolved by now or back then even. I'm not sure. But
so you don't need Google Glass. It's just literally
it's in your head. And then the main character played by Arnold, something goes wrong during the implant, and then he realizes that he actually is like a spy from like on Mars. And so it's different. It's definitely definitely interesting. They did a remake of it mid-2000s, I think, with Colin Farrell. That was pretty good. Not as good as the original, but still pretty good.
Sounds like a CIA conspiracy, memory chips and control your mind, hackers like a car or anything that's attached to the web or whatever, except it's just like another way of controlling with false memories.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
Philip K. Dick. He wrote some.
Technology's good, but you still have to wonder. There has to be some type of ethical guidelines and everything. It can't be left to corporations.
No,
It's got to be government.
I think they've already.
They can have some input, but they can't write the bills for their own interest and everything. It's just not going to work. If you don't have any safeguards, they're living this planet too, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And so.
I saw something the other day where I can't remember who it was, and even if I could remember, I wouldn't say who it was. Yeah. They just filed a patent to have advertisements in like with a Neuralink. So it's like in your brain, like if everybody gets like a Neuralink, then they can like flash advertisements just in your brain. And there was an episode of Black Mirror that was
there's where you need regulations.
Yeah. Black Mirror is a really good one to get into, and Electric Dreams, that's based on all Philip K. Dick stories. Yep, so there's some good ones.
I don't know if you got any more art questions. This kind of like
we're spiraling.
Edited or non-edited, or something.
Yeah.
But
so I guess, what do you hope to succeed? What do you hope to achieve with your musical career?
Well, there's a 2-track. I'd like to do a music video and everything, as far as my rap and everything, to get out there. Right now I'm selling like the CDs to college kids, and they like them, and that's good, but I need to get farther than that, but you have to start somewhere. I make Daniel Bingham makes the CD here and everything, and I come up with a cover, but it's strictly homemade. I only make like 10 at a time. If I was to mass produce, I'd have to know how to download. Another thing that's separate from rap and everything, art. See, my paintings, they work under blacklight 3D with special glasses, and they work in regular light too with the sunlight. And my earlier ones glow in the dark. It's like they have these 3 phases. And I thought of what would that be like for you to animate that as a cartoon. It has its own style, but I won't get into that here. But what would that be like if it was animated? You could animate glow figures, for example, and some of them would just be neon and everything, and just make like a little cartoon. But see, I don't have the expertise, but that's all it's at go. It has its terminology. I invented a language. It can be very, well, it already is terminology, very multifaceted, what I call one art form to the next. There'll be different names for different art forms that I do. Hopefully that's pretty clear. Is that pretty clear?
Yeah.
It's because I don't want to get too involved with terminology. I mean, but you don't necessarily have to understand terminology and everything to appreciate the art. It's never usually necessary. I mean, if you want to learn it, that's fine, but it's optional. Don't necessarily have to. So.
Yeah, maybe somebody's watching that'll be interested in taking on a project of a music video, doing some graphic designing, animation for a music video.
So, I mean, they're graphic designers in Clinton, but I've don't know any of the graphic designers, but and unfortunately, they don't have an animation course at Clinton Community College, but they probably go elsewhere for that anyway if they want to do that. But I guess they couldn't afford the software, so. Right now, the whole graphic art's online and everything because it's cheaper than getting other computers. And, it's COVID. Everything's online. You go to college, it's like, where'd all the people go? You could probably sing a song. Where'd all the people go? A long time passing.
Yeah.
You got to keep that one in there. But I don't know. Or maybe the one about regulation for technology. Even though, I don't know.
Yeah.
It should be in there, but it's probably maybe an extra.
I don't think I'm going to cut any of it.
Really?
No, I think this is all going to go in.
Really?
It's going to be one solid unedited video.
Impenetrable wall.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you got all the padding here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still kind of wishing to have a little bit more, but it's suitable for now.
Yeah, I still remember when this was a bookstore, but I'm trying to think how big this loft was, if they used the whole thing or part of it. I think they just, I don't know, because there's two, wall here separating two areas of the business and everything. I don't know how far it's stretched anymore.
Yep.
But,
I'm not sure. I never did come in here until we actually came into this location. I had never been in here.
Oh, I was in here a lot when it was a bookstore.
Yeah. And that was gazebos, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what, or Gazzardos, I think.
Gazzardos?
Yeah, Gazzardos.
Gazzardos. I've been calling it gazebos.
Oh, well. You got it kind of close.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was a weird name for a bookstore.
Oh, what now?
I said I thought gazebos was a weird name for a bookstore, but that makes sense now. Everybody probably thinks I'm an idiot. I'm like, yeah, this used to be gazebos.
Well, if you haven't lived here, you don't know. But I remember when I was in here, I can remember this little history and everything. I think I was in the loft and everything, and I heard on the radio that, Reagan's been assassinated or assassination attempt and everything. He walked in the hospital in his own power and everything. I went to bowling alley, which had the TV on as a tavern. Everyone's talking, it wouldn't shut up. So all I seen was like a head wound, which I found out later is Brady, but I thought it was Reagan at the time because I couldn't hear, and all that. And, I can remember where I was when that happened and everything. So I just heard it over the radio. So it's kind of like 63 when Kennedy was assassinated. Everyone knows where they were, and, it's something you don't forget, or 911. Heck, I found out I was living in an apartment, the road sprayer came in and said, have you heard about the madness? Well, I can see by your facial expression that you haven't. Trade towers is no more. That's how I found out. So stuff like that, and of course Kennedy, I was only 3 years old, but you just don't forget them things.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Well, anything else you want to cover? You want to finish it out with one of your impersonations?
Oh God. Well, I know which one it'll probably be, but I'm thinking probably. How about JFK and Reagan?
There you go.
Ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country and get the economy moving ahead with Vega.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's Reagan. Well, there you go again, you commie pinko liberal. I'll have to see how that sounds on the mic.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up now.
Okay.
So
okay.
Appreciate you coming in and doing the podcast today. And anybody else is interested in doing one of these, I definitely don't have to be in it. Come in, do a podcast by yourself, do one with your friends.
It'd be nice to have a question and answer, but
yeah.
But well, I mean, we have one, but maybe
a little bit.
Another one in the future.
Sometimes it's good just to just to wing it.
Oh yeah, well, we wing everything here. We're the wingful, or certainly not the wingless.
Yeah. But all right, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and if you want to reach out to Alan about anything, do you have an email or anything you want to put out?
I got an email, but I'll probably
keep it to yourself.
That. No, I'll figure that out later.
Yep.
It's not at the moment, but
okay, yeah, I can always put it up.
I got a phone number and an address, but
yeah,
yeah,
I could put it up on screen here.
If you don't do email,
during editing.
If you don't do email, there's always Pony Express.
Yeah,
yeah. Little horse and so on.
All right, thanks, Alan.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Open your mouth, I did not swear, so I stared at the Fresh Princess still air. It got still air. I whistled for a cab and got to Fab 4. And fell to the floor and started to dream. How odd it seems, if anything, this cat needs a yellow submarine. I stepped out of the sub at yellow o'clock.